Are you someone who procrastinates a lot, or you want to achieve a lot of things in life, but at the end of the day you end up doing nothing? Well, then this book is for you. But if you are too lazy to read this book, then here are the top 10 things that I have learned from this book and that you can take away and implement in your life to achieve your goals. The very first one that I have to share is be clear, get clarity on your goals, on what you want to achieve or what you want to do on a day-to-day basis. If you don't have clarity, you will not feel like doing that thing. The second one is plan every day in advance. Whether you are doing it a night before or in the morning, planning is super important to stay on track. Life doesn't go as we plan, but that doesn't mean we should stop planning, right? Whenever I plan my day, I know what are the things that I need to do and I have a very productive day versus a day where I don't have any plan and I'm not sure what I want to do the next minute, and that goes very haphazard. Next one is apply the 80-20 rule. Now the 80-20 rule is used throughout the internet. It is basically 20% of your actions give 80% of the results in your life, which means, let's say you are doing 100 things in a day, only 20 things will get you close to those 80% big results that you want to get in your life. So this means that you need to prioritize that 20% actions so that you can get closer to those 80% big results every day. Next one is put pressure on yourself. This is something that I was already doing even before I read this book. A lot of people say that using your willpower or forcing yourself to get things done is not the right way. It is not sustainable. I agree, but that doesn't mean that you cannot use it at times. I've used it many times on days when I've not felt like doing things, but I knew that I have to do this on this very day. I've used it, it has worked for me. Not that there has to be a deadline, but you put a deadline on yourself and that will basically help you get things done and reduce procrastination. The next one I can remember is identify your key constraints, which means that you need to identify your roadblocks. What are the things that are stopping you from achieving your goals or getting your tasks done? Maybe you are in an environment that doesn't let you focus on your task completely. Maybe you are living in a chaotic house. For example, maybe you are living with a joint family or anything like that. So once you know and identify the roadblock, you can take some action to find a place where you can focus. Maybe you are a college student, you can go to your college library to study or to get your things done. You can go to a public library, you can go to a cafe if you are a freelancer like myself. So there are a lot of ways to work around and get things done when you know and identify what are the things that are stopping you from achieving your goals. The next two are regarding technology. One said that technology is a very bad master and it is a very good servant, which means if you let technology take over you or your mind, then you'll end up scrolling 1 or 2 hours of your life or even more, and at the end of the day feel bad about it. But if you make technology your slave, then it will help you lead a very productive day. I'm not saying that you stop scrolling entirely, but give yourself that time where you can scroll and give yourself that time where you can get things done. So you need to identify these two things, and basically you can even use technology to help you. If you don't know, a lot of the apps that we use, for example Instagram, over there you can use a timer or a time restriction that after 1 hour the app will remind you that your 1 hour limit is gone and now you can log out or something like that. I've not used it, but I know about it. So similarly, you can use these things and use the tools that technology allows us to get rid of distractions instead of getting distracted. The next one is focus your attention. I had read a book, I've not completed it, but I was reading it. It's called Deep Work, and it talks about focusing your attention and being in that deep work zone where you are not thinking about anything else other than the task you are doing. And no, it's not easy. On a lot of days I'm not able to do this. Let's say I'm working 6 days a week, maybe on 3 days I'm not able to do this, I'm distracted, I'm working, multitasking. But there are days when I can fully focus on the task, and I've seen that on those days I am so much better and the tasks get done so much faster. So if you still have not tried this, try this. Maybe set a timer of 1 hour or half an hour, and don't think about anything other than the work. Just focus on the task, do it, and you'll not even know when you have finished it. If you have a very big goal or a very big task, divide it into smaller parts. This helps because when we have a very big task, then it feels very daunting and overwhelming and we don't want to go to it. So that's why it is important to break those big tasks into smaller ones. Maybe you are writing a book and that is a very daunting task. What you need to do is divide it into a lot of days. Maybe work on a chapter wise method, that I will take a week or 1 or 2 weeks to finish a chapter, and divide that into more smaller goals, so that you know each day I need to do this much. Each day maybe you need to write 1,000 words or something like that. The other thing that you can do is use the time block method. If you don't know what's the time block method, it's basically you block a certain time of your day to do some task. It can be you block 1 or 2 hours a day to study a subject, and that's something you do with 4 or 5 subjects, and that's how you study all the subjects every day. I think this is a good one, not just for students but also for entrepreneurs and who basically have to motivate themselves to get things done. Another one that I can think of, I don't exactly remember how it was called in the book, but it basically tells you that if you have a task that you know you can get it done within maybe today or within 3-4 hours, then do it at a stretch and don't stop till you finish that. This is my personal favorite because I follow it, and although it can be difficult because a lot of tasks take a lot more time than we actually think of, but I know that once I'm in the flow, then breaking that flow is a very stupid thing to do, because then maybe I won't be able to finish that task, or maybe I will not feel like doing it. So when I'm in that flow state, I try to get something done and I do not stop till it is done. So I hope that completes the top 10 things that I learned from this book. A lot of things were not some things that were new to me, but like I say, that it's not just about knowing, it's also about implementing. So when you read books, when you remind yourself of these things that we already know, then you are just reminding your brain that yeah, I now need to take action on it. If you like this video, then don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to leave your comments if you have anything to say about this book, anything that is your favorite from this book. And if you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe, and also let me know what kind of videos you would want to watch next. With that, I'm signing off for today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.